Hi, Jacq Hackett here, and I just want to bring you an insight from my week in the world of solo consulting. So I am heading to a meeting tomorrow, and it's a meeting for a new project that I've won, and it's the kick-off meeting for that project. And it struck me as I was preparing for this meeting this afternoon that very first meeting of any project is a real risk time for scope creep in a project. So if you're new to consulting, I thought you mightn't be aware of that. So I just wanted to give you my sort of advice about how to prepare for going into those meetings. So the very first thing I'm doing today is I am revisiting my project proposal. And I know that seems really obvious, but it's at least 6 weeks since I prepared that, so I really need to just get into the mindset of that project again. I want to be very clear before I go into that meeting about the project scope. What was in scope, what was out of scope, what was the methodology, the budget, etc., etc. So the main item on the agenda of the meeting tomorrow will be a review of the project plan that I had in the proposal. And this is what I do at every one of the kick-off meetings. It's really important. It gives the client a chance to ask for some amendments and some tweaks to really consider the methodology that you've proposed and just refine it to suit their needs a bit better. So there's all sorts of ways in which they might want tweaks. They might want some slightly different processes used. They might want some changes to the stakeholder consultation strategy that you've suggested, that kind of thing. Now, that is all fine, and you actually need to be flexible to accommodate any of those changes. But where any of those changes are going to result in an increase in your time, you need to be able to raise that at the meeting and let the client know that you'll need to renegotiate time and cost. Very happy to do it, but that will have an implication for the time and costs of the project. So I remember when I first started out as a consultant, I was so reluctant to do that in these first meetings. I think I was just pretty grateful for winning a project at all. And so when those kind of amendments were suggested, I just went along with them and I didn't say anything about time or costs or anything. And so I kind of learnt the hard way in those first couple of projects as I had to wear the increase in time without being paid for it. So I really encourage you, if you're new to consulting, to think about this as you go into your kick-off meetings for projects. Get into the mindset of focusing on the project scope and be very aware of it before you go into the meeting. And so when amendments are made and there needs to be a renegotiation, just feel confident about raising it, mentioning it to the client that this is fine, but you will need to renegotiate some of those costs. So that's my insight from my week as I go into this meeting tomorrow. I hope that's been helpful to you.